Talkin Slab. Happy Tuesday with my guy Connie. Always a breath of fresh air when I get Connie here because it was like week one. It was Josh and Connie.
Yeah, I know.
And then you realized you were going to die by doing it every day.
Yes, my cardiologist was not thrilled.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
No, honestly, I will say, I woke up this morning, like today coming into work, I have not been more chipper and just like, and again, last week was a grind. Obviously, Series 1 come and gone, hasta luego. And I definitely, the 2 days off back to back were much needed. Just, you know what I mean? Went full on hibernation mode for most of the time, slept, got a good night's sleep, took care of what I needed to do yesterday. And then I was like ready to come back. You know what? Like the thing is because like I love like the breaks we've been doing lately and the monsters we've been seeing. So I get anxious. All right, my hands aren't on the cut. I need my grubby mitts on there. All right, so I need to be one pulling heat. The guys yesterday did a great job, but honestly, I was just like, dude, I'm ready to get back to it. Again, the new Drake, album just dropped.
No
Kia.
idea.
Go check it out, chat. I tell you what, Peloton,
Chandi.
Peloton instructors everywhere are over the moon with this new song. I'll just tell you that. Walking Slab this morning, rave review. So all in all, good day. Blessed Tuesday to you.
Yeah, I want to get into Talkin Slab in just a moment, but I know our guy Ben has to run here in a moment. Ben, are we able to play the Kay Adams, Trevor Lawrence clip?
Hey-o.
So this was yesterday. This was a big topic of conversation yesterday, the Trevor Lawrence potential trade to the Steelers. And I guess while we were talking about it,
right,
Kay Adams had the man, the myth, the legend himself, the man with the Goldilocks, come on to her show and address the rumors himself. So let's hear it from the alleged horse's mouth, his perspective on the whole trade to the Steelers. About a 2-minute clip, but I really want to play it because of some of his mannerisms during this clip. The lovely, come on now, Chani, relax. Ben, appreciate it. You can let it rip, and then I know you got some business to take care of. Great journalist, Kay Adams. Nothing else. The deuces they look like. Look at him shifting around there.
He looks like he's in the Talkin Slab studio with the green screen.
Slab studio.
It's like our place.
Dude, what's going on in Jacksonville?
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
All right, Ben, you're good whenever you want to take it down. I just, the whole thing to me, Connie, it seems fishy to me, man. I'm not going to lie. It does seem fishy to me.
So let's backtrack. Like, what was the original report itself?
Okay. So we talked about this yesterday. It's been going around on the internet that the Steelers have inquired to trade for Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
We were discussing it yesterday, especially with Steelers fans in the chat, saying, would you want to do this? Let's say it's a first-round pick and a second-round pick. So as we were discussing it, that interview was like happening at the same exact time on the Kay Adams show.
Okay.
And to me, it just felt like Trevor Lawrence was just very PR, shifted in his seat, a little bit nervous, saying whatever he could.
Right.
The exact report came from a man named Ryan Burr, who is a Big Ten reporter and a golf reporter, and said Steelers have made inquiries to the Jaguars about a trade for Trevor Lawrence. This directly from the horse's mouth in the Jaguars organization. Another reference to the horse's mouth. There you go, Chandi.
Yeah, that's two.
That's two. Two in the first 5 minutes right here.
That's a record.
So then they actually brought him on the show to talk about it.
Okay.
And to me, Trevor Lawrence just seemed very uncomfortable about the whole thing. And I think a big part of that stems from the Jaguars not actually having a general manager right now.
Sure.
But let's break this down in two ways. One, Connie, do you think that there is fire where there is smoke, or do you think this is a whole lot of nothing?
Well, here's my thing. So Ryan Burr, you said, is a Big Ten guy and a golf reporter.
Yes.
So has no ties to any NFL club. So to even put this out there, there has to be some validity to the subject matter.
I thought the same thing.
The guy's just not going to go one day like, you know what? Kind of slow day in the Big Ten. Nothing going on in the portal. Let's just cook something up with the Trevor Lawrence to Steelers.
So, and to me, I looked at his Twitter because I thought the same thing. I did a deep dive on this. Is this crap or is this not? My take on this is, I got some buddies who are in Big J myself. And they played the game the right way.
Big J, Big Pharma, whatever.
There you go, hand in hand.
Yes.
To me, this is a guy who is, how do I say this? A little bit thirsty. You know what I mean? He's in the know, but he's not as cool as some of his other real reporting buddies, you know? So he has some of these sources, and when he gets a little bit of a crumb, he's like, let me tweet this out.
Yeah.
Let me try to get some clicks.
I mean, that's major clicks, yeah. So, again, to me, it's like, but like, here's the deal. For Kay Adams to go on and then have Trevor Lawrence on the show, there has to be some other, like Kay Adams is a major household name in NFL reporting and stuff like that. So in circles like that, to bring that up and to have Trevor Lawrence on the show, she had to be like, there's some possibility that this rings true.
She had A.J. Brown on her show. I remember last year when the A.J. Brown trade rumors were going around.
Right.
And it was an awkward interview. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, nothing came of that. But I do think...
And again, she's had Devontae when his trade rumors were swirling and stuff like that. So it's like, if she comes on the show and, again, brings Trevor Lawrence on as a guest, obviously has to ask this question. And like you said, Trevor Lawrence, if that was just be like, where did you get this? There's no... Like, again, he seemed definitely uncomfortable answering that.
Uncomfortable, and I get it. It's an uncomfortable situation. But for him, like, he just has to sit there and lie. And I'm not saying he has to lie about the trade. He had to look in the camera, in the webcam, and say, I want to stay in Jacksonville. We have a chance at winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's not happening, man.
Nah.
It's not happening in there.
Not in this lifetime.
So the question now becomes, and I didn't even realize, did you even realize he had a no trade clause, by the way?
Yeah, I did remember.
I don't think I had any idea.
I didn't know that, yeah.
There's two things. One, is there anything happening to this? Because here's the other side of the coin. Mike Florio, and I know people have their own opinions. There it is. I know people have their own opinions on Mike Florio. He threw this theory out there that this was like a plant from the Jaguars, right?
Yep.
This guy, Ryan Burr, whoever the hell he is, I'm not familiar with his game. He resides in Florida.
Ryan Burr does?
Yes. There's a theory.
How far?
That I don't know.
Ryan Burr live in studio?
There's a theory. That's a great shout right there.
Yeah, that is a great show.
That someone from Duval camp to Ladue, as Liam Cohn said, Duval, said, hey, Burr, tweet this out for us, and then we want to see what people start calling us up with. You know, like kind of like
put it out there that he's available.
Yes. Kind
Interesting.
Of saying, hey, everyone. The Steelers are making calls.
So we can't. So if we're playing the game of NFL leak clue here, they're like, we can't leak this to a legitimate NFL reporter because of the
it's not Schefter.
The
it's not
blowback we would get would be so massive, and Trevor Lawrence's camp would be fired up, right? So we'll leak it to this, guy on the corner, their CI, if you will. And I've been watching a lot of Blue Bloods lately. Then like, CI, let's take the temperature of the water here.
And here's the other thing that I think there's actually some validity to that statement is they said it, which opened my eyes at how horrible the Jaguars organization might be right now. Was when they said, Trevor, how are these rumors happening? You guys don't have a GM right now. Who do you even talk to?
Who is the person they're talking to?
The Jaguars ownership is notoriously horrible.
Isn't it Shad Khan is the owner of the Jaguars?
Right. Last 2 years, brief synopsis of the Jaguars ownership last 2 years, Urban Meyer was your head coach. You keep Urban Meyer after he's doing the old, I don't know how to put it, but getting cozy with some other ladies in the old college bar at Ohio State.
Hey-o.
In the middle of a week where he's coaching the Jaguars.
He kicked Josh Lambeau in the ass.
Kicking his own kicker. The story about Brandon McManus in the flight to London last year.
That was no good.
This story they had about their financial advisor stealing, $20 million of their own team money?
And betting on FanDuel.
On FanDuel?
And then trying to ask FanDuel for it back, and they're like, yeah, sorry.
This has been the Jaguars ownership for the last 2 years, so think about this. Now you have the Jaguars ownership. They're like, we don't have any GM right now to tell us what to do. Let's bleep around and see what we can get for Trevor Lawrence until we get a real general manager.
So Shad Khan is essentially Kevin McAllister in Home Alone.
That's what I'm kind of theorizing here. Chani's saying, so you basically had Ipe working with the Jaguars.
Yes.
Chani, yes. This is actually it's a crazy story if you haven't read that.
Ipe gets a lot of flack, but there's other Ipes out there. Yeah. It was showing the entire time. Yeah.
Absolutely crap. So, all right, let me just, now that we've kind of gotten our tinfoil hats on this whole Trevor Lawrence thing, I want to ask you, now I think this is really the root of the Trevor Lawrence thing. How good is he really? So let's put your Conlan hat on, all right? Let's not be objective. Let's be the New York Jets fan. All right, suck me back in. How about from the Jets angle?
Coming from the Jets.
Would you want to trade for Trevor Lawrence? I know you have been starved. I know you don't really have a direction.
Right.
Yesterday, we kind of looked at it from the Steelers' perspective because that was the initial report.
Right.
But now that I read a little bit more into it, put the tinfoil cap and said maybe this is a Jaguars leak where they're trying to, take a litmus test from other teams. If you were the Jets and the report came out about the Jets, how would you feel about that, and what would you be willing to give up? Trevor Lawrence did not play well, right? He was not good this year. And that has something to do with himself just being not great, but a lot to do with the supporting cast being less than par. I would take Trevor Lawrence. The supporting cast, come on now. Let's not act like he's got, the Las Vegas Raiders supporting cast.
They're not
They had
good.
Christian Kirk. They brought in Brian Thomas was fantastic. Tank Bigsby and Travis.
Defense is terrible. Offensive line was so.
That's true.
I would take Trevor Lawrence in a heartbeat. And 100%. Again, he's still, I'm going to say goes far, still staying the top half quarterback in the league. Again, the guy's got the physical tools.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the guy's got all the physical tools. He's mobile. Again, he doesn't do a great job protecting himself, I think, a lot of times. I think he does take too many hits. At the end of the day, Trevor Lawrence, and you'd be out of your mind as a Jets fan to say you wouldn't take Trevor Lawrence. Because, again, your current options right now, Aaron Rodgers is gone. The circus has left town. And it's basically the Big Apple Circus came to MetLife Stadium and left it in rubble. All right. And flew out of town wherever he goes next. I have no idea.
It's going to be awesome. I'm here for it, man.
Whatever.
Chani said, come on.
You would 100% take Trevor Lawrence right now. The thing is, for how much, right?
Yeah, that was nice.
If it's a first and second round pick, I still think, yeah. Right now, yeah. I mean, I would give up the 7th overall pick, and I'd give up a second round pick. Sure. I mean, yeah, what are you talking about? Right. What have you done in the second round lately? Right. Again, your best draft came 3 years ago now with Garrett, Sauce, Brees, and Jermaine Johnson. And again, it's the Sauce has really struggled last year. Garrett Wilson's been by far and away the best player that the Jets have drafted in well over 2 decades. So at the end of the day, yeah, you take Trevor Lawrence. You take him. There's no doubt in my mind. Again, if now this is something that's out there, does our new guy Moji, does he give them a call?
Moji?
The Jets' new GM.
Oh, I couldn't tell you what, man.
Jared Moji,
I'm sorry, my team was too busy winning the Super Bowl. I wasn't really, paying attention to the Jets' general
we're doing
manager
a show
was going to be.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just being real with you, Connie. I couldn't be bothered with that regard.
Yeah, okay.
Why not? Why not make a call? What the hell else are you going to do? You know what I mean? And Chani says, take a throwaway year. Go draft a quarterback next year. Only one team is going to get Arch Manning. And
it's not going to be the Jets.
It's probably not going to be the Jets.
Peyton Manning's already screwed the Jets once when he decided to return.
I tell you what, if you are, and I said this about Shador, and I would say this about Arch Manning as well, if you have a father
Shador Sanders and Arch Manning are not in the same conversation.
Well, I'm sure, but my conversation was the families.
Yes.
If you are Deion Sanders, you're saying, Shador, you ain't signing for Woody Johnson. All right? If you're Arch Manning and you're his family, you're saying, no way you're signing for Woody Johnson. Yeah. We know better than that.
Right.
So listen, man, I think this Trevor Lawrence story is real. Like, I think that this is, I don't think the Steelers aspect is necessarily real, but I do think, look, if you were to ask me, does Trevor Lawrence get traded? No, I don't think he does get traded.
Now, do the Steelers have any rebuttal to this? And come out and say, like, look, I don't know idea what the hell this guy's talking about. Like,
so from what I was reading, let me see if I had it still pulled up here. From what I was reading, it was like neither. You know what I mean? Like the Steelers didn't have anything. The reports were that like they were like, dampening it down. But, it just seemed like it was a big old nothing burger.
Right.
I did like Florio's take about like the Jaguars potentially floating it out. I'm here for it, though.
Yeah.
I love the rumor mill, especially when it's around these quarterbacks.
Right.
And I do think, when you look at all the contracts in the NFL, Trevor Lawrence is the biggest question mark in terms of quarterbacks. I mean,
bigger than Jordan Love?
Yeah, I think it is bigger than Jordan Love because look at it this way. Jordan Love had a horrible year last year. Your whole team was injured. You still made the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Jaguars, they went, what? I mean, you couldn't finish the year. You had Mac Jones, and now you got a top draft pick. So,
yeah.
And they're getting paid about the same amount of money. It's kind of crazy. Trevor Lawrence, to me, the biggest question mark in terms of contracts. Now, however, have you seen the comps on Trevor Lawrence?
Dude, I'm not great with football comps.
No, I know. I just mean, like, it is insane. So Trevor Lawrence, I was looking at some of the stats on, and by the way, I was trying to diversify my portfolio. I know I always go to the old PSA 10 Silver Prism.
Yes.
That's because on Card Ladder, they always have the data on the PSA 10 Silver Prism.
Sure.
Sometimes not the hollow.
Yep.
Looking at Trevor Lawrence's PSA 10 Silver Prism.
Right.
His last sold price, $425. I believe it was around when he won the playoff game against the Chargers.
Yes.
He had a PSA 10 Silver Prism go for $4,000.
Damn.
So Trevor Lawrence has at one point peaked at $4,000. No auto. Just a Gentleman 10 PSA 10 rookie Silver Prism. And it's now down to $425.
Yep.
I wonder, is he one of the best investments right now from a card standpoint in the NFL?
I mean, I would pick that up. Yeah, at $425. Why not? You know what I mean? Again, I think he's going to be a lifelong Jacksonville Jaguar? No. So with that said, immediately, again, he's still young, right? He's still got the tools that put him as the number one overall pick. He has won a playoff game. He has won which was a fantastic game. You know what I mean? Got what, Brandon Staley fired?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
You know what I mean? So, do we go out?
Is this live? Do we got audio? John Man? Confirm? Ledoux? Anyone? No, they cut it off.
Oh no.
It's over.
Yeah.
I know, it's okay.
You guys are just spinning for me though, so.
Yeah, so is mine.
Aww. I just had to go in the chat. Can you hear us? What was a good run, man?
It was a good topic.
Yeah, wait. Ben, while you're here, can you get the quick graphic up? Yes. Pick one out of this list. Yes. We're back. Yes, we're back. Thank you. All right, did not want to finish T-Law talk just yet because I want to look at it from a card perspective. Yes.
Nice.
I worked too hard on this not to have it featured on the show today. There we go. Thank you, Ben, our savior. So good old producer extraordinaire Ben is not going to be with us for most of the show today. So this is going to be it. This is going to be it in terms of our elements, our video elements and such. I said pick one, Connie.
Yeah.
Give me one here. Chat, please weigh in as well. These were four quarterbacks that kind of, have me scratching my head on what would be the best investment in terms of a PSA 10 Silver Prism. First thing I looked up when I said, wow, a Trevor Lawrence card is $425, I wonder what J.J. McCarthy is, the guy who has never played an NFL snap, more. The recent sell for J.J. McCarthy is more money. I think rookie quarterbacks are like cars. Because the second you drive them off the lot, they just start going down, man.
True.
J.J. McCarthy, way less hype out of college, way less hype in general, already selling for more money than Trevor Lawrence.
How much is he going for?
$450, his most last recent sell on a Silver Prism PSA 10. Bryce Young, $165 on a PSA 10 Silver Prism. And then C.J. Stroud, the golden boy, the Jaden Daniels of last year.
I thought I was a good boy.
Well, pony boy to me. C.J. Stroud, $350 for a PSA 10 rookie card. So, Connie, I say, use $500. Spend it all in one place.
You give me $500?
You have to spend it all in one place.
Okay.
It's eBay.
Okay.
Where are you spending it on? It's one of these four cards. Who are you buying per the price and why?
Well, I have $500.
Yeah, you can get whoever you want.
Yeah. I think I'm picking up 3 Bryce Youngs.
Yeah.
I really am. If I can pick up 3 Bryce Young, listen, Bryce Young, for what it's worth, right, did not go to a great situation, right?
No.
And
the owner was throwing soda on people's faces.
He was horrendous at the start of this year.
No doubt.
He sits down, right? Andy Dalton comes in. Red Rocket. Red Rifle. comes in and, he plays decent for a couple games. They're like, you know what? This is not permanent. Where Randy Olton's not the give me the face Carolina Panthers. Let's get that straight. Bryce Young comes back. He finished the second half of the year as good as anybody. Again, maybe not as good as anybody, but
no, I would say as good as anybody, man.
Extremely.
He took the Chiefs to the wire.
Dude,
he took the Eagles to the wire.
I was just gonna say that Eagles game. If you watch that Eagles game, the plays that Bryce Young made. Oh, that's right. Come on,
look at the
Blaney
with $500.
No.
Is this a user that I've missed out on?
No,
or?
Nunk is my name, like the fun uncle, Nunk. Yeah. I probably am 100%.
That's awesome.
But yes, no. At the end of the day, I'm picking up 3 Bryce Young slabs. At 150. You know what I mean? Again, by the start of next year, I'd be shocked that card was over $300 before
the regular season begins.
Kicks off.
I might have to,
we
get the old Venmo card out.
We might have to pull $500 together.
It's not a bad idea.
Because Josh's birthday, everybody, $5 in the hat.
Hey, I like that. Give me a Bryce Young. And you know what? I wish I want to be, Max Kellerman and Stephen A here. We're on the same page, dude. Like, I want to disagree for the sake of conversation. But
Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
I can't stand him. Dude, $165 for Bryce Young is crazy to me.
Yeah, that is crazy. And I'll go one further here. You know what I mean? I'll show my work.
Blaine, yes.
Yes, I agree.
Assuming they're not noticeably bad.
100,000%. We'll talk your 30 clubs in 30 days. I love that idea.
Yeah.
I want to be on the show for a couple of those specific teams because I have extreme takes on a lot of them.
We're doing reverse order, so you can try to pinpoint whatever the shows are.
I'll have to pencil myself in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm leading off today, Coach. Junior Caminero is an automatic buy right now.
100%.
In order of cards I would buy, right? Out of these 4 guys.
Right.
I'll go Bryce Young first.
Yep.
At Trevor Lawrence, maybe not trade. What is McCarthy going for? 450?
450.
What's Stroud at 350?
350. I go Stroud 2.
I'll go T-Law 2.
Okay.
Because I think again, if he has any semblance of a decent year, that card shoots right back up.
People
want him to be great, right? And again, just a hobby alone, a lot of people have a lot of money invested.
Right.
If you can
Some cost
crowdsource,
fallacy.
exactly.
You got economic lessons here on
Come
Talkin
on
Slab.
now. I took micro and macro. And then I'll go Stroud 3, JJ McCarthy 4. I think JJ McCarthy's going to stink in the NFL.
I don't think JJ McCarthy's going to stink. I'm just not a believer that the most expensive price tag out of these 4 guys is a guy who has never taken a snap in the NFL before.
That's insane.
It just seems ridiculous. And I get it, right? Like,
and again, so next year, right? Like, again, when J.J. McCarthy touches the field next year, the Vikings team-wise, shouldn't look all that different, right? You're going to subtract
probably the same, at least offensively.
Subtract Darnold, take J.J. McCarthy.
Right.
Now, okay, Sam Darnold, which, again, he had a very good year, the best year of his career by far.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think he's an elite quarterback by any stretch of the imagination, but good for him. Like I said, I always want to wish Sam Darnold the best because the Jets screwed him royally, and that wouldn't be the word I would use if we weren't on air. But J.J. McCarthy, I think that team is 8-9 with him next year at the helm, and a lot of people will be upset that they let Sam Darnold walk. And again, I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy will never get to the level that Sam Darnold was this past year. I don't think he ever exceeds Sam Darnold's ability this year.
It's hard for me to agree or disagree with that because, like we said earlier, once you start playing, it seems like your card depreciates in value.
Right.
So it's funny you bring that up because let me flip this question. Which of these cards would you sell first if you held all 4 of these
McCarthy,
cards?
easily.
Because that's where I pause. Because I don't want to be the guy who's sitting here on February 18th before he's played an NFL game saying, sell your J.J. McCarthy's, and then all of a sudden he looks fantastic.
It's tough because, again, in my mind, he's at 450, right? If he was 2 or 3 price-wise.
$200 or $300 you're saying?
Yeah, okay. I'm also referencing if he was second or third on this list of 4.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? I might have a different take. But him being the highest ranked one, these are my other options. I believe in all 3 of those guys way more talent-wise than I believe in J.J. McCarthy. Even though, what I will say, J.J. McCarthy gets the benefit of the doubt because outside of Stroud, which maybe you can argue, you can kind of argue laterally that McCarthy and Stroud are in similar situations.
McCarthy and Stroud in what way?
Team-wise.
Okay.
Like being ready to win, poised to win now. Lawrence and Young still have a lot of work that needs to be done around them for them to be winning football quarterbacks.
I tell you what, I'm happy we both agreed on Bryce Young. This is like, there's betting shows where they give out a line and then you check the line later and it's totally wrong. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm hoping I don't check eBay.
ESPN best favorites.
I hope I don't check eBay in a couple hours and we have Bryce Young up like $200 later today.
Maybe we cause a spark. Or do we move the market here?
I'm thinking about it, Connie.
Move the market.
You know how I am with my wallet. I'm eyeing out those Bryce Young PSA 10 silver prisms for real. It just makes sense. It just makes sense.
It does.
I would sell. If I were to sell one of these cards, it's tough. I think I'll go JJ McCarthy because I honestly do believe in Bryce Young and I really do believe in CJ Stroud. I think the other element that we might not be giving enough credit to is the coaching situation. Like if you're Trevor Lawrence, you're going to a season with, listen, nothing against Liam Cohn, but it's like we don't know what we're getting there.
No idea.
If you're Bryce Young, it can't be worse than the beginning of last year, so I think you're okay.
Right.
If you're CJ Stroud, you're probably good. You got D'Amico Ryans at the helm. And who'd they bring in for offensive coordinator? Do we remember? I know they fired Bobby Slowick. I can't remember if they brought anyone in. But all in all, you will have more consistency in your situation there.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy, I think, actually might have the best situation in terms of coaching. You got Josh McCown and Kevin O'Connell. You saw what they did for Sam Darnold last year.
100%.
That would be my one glimmer of positivity, so we're not just bashing you guys who have JJ McCarthy cards out there, saying, oh, it's stupid. No. I do think there is some hope. I don't want to write the guy off. It just blew my mind.
Here's my last thing, too, right? Here's my last thing. We'll wrap up this point. Do we even know for a guaranteed positive that Darnold is leaving Minnesota?
No, we don't.
That's the other major concern there is JJ McCarthy could very well not be the Viking quarterback next year.
We don't. We're probably going to find out soon because I believe today is franchise tag day in the NFL. And the franchise tag window does open up. Okay. I have seen Sam Darnold as a candidate for franchise tag.
What do you think that card does if that happens today?
JJ McCarthy?
Yes. Does it move?
Probably a little bit.
I would say
probably a little
down, right?
Just because people are impatient, but you could have said the same thing about Jordan Love.
2 years minimum before anything changes.
But then you can look at Jordan Love and say, hey, maybe that's a net positive at the end of the day. The more you
hobby's
wait,
a fickle market.
I know. You got to play the long game, people. 9:58, we will be getting our first slab or no slab trivia question underway in just 2 minutes. God willing, us through the night today with Ashley running the ones and twos.
No confidence.
Well, I think the confidence on me has been projected by Ashley, to be honest. Wow, look at that. This is fantastic stuff. She just took the graphic out like it was nothing. I don't know how to do that, to be honest. I haven't been shown how to do that.
Don't question me, guys.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Now let's see if I can put this.
All right, ready?
Hold on.
We're ready for the trivia question today?
Johnny said, good job, Mike.
Okay, well,
real quick, what I would like to see is I'd like to see some teams come off that half case of draft hobby jumbo.
There we go.
Because me and Matty Ice are going to be cooking with gas
Chomping at the bit here.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Chomping at the bit here. What
the amount of image variations we've seen in the past week at a Bowman draft has been absurd. That's
Reggie Jackson, by the way, also. Was that you? Yeah, the Retrofractor.
Actually, my dad's birthday is March 1st, 60.
Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, big 6-0. I think I'm going to buy that card back for him for his birthday. He's probably listening right now. So.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, good morning, BX. Good morning, Langley. Just in time for our trivia question. Well, it was right in the theme of our opening topic today. We're talking big money here. Trivia question today. Who was the highest paid NFL player? What did I miss? Who is the highest paid player in 2024? It's your money, Ashley. It's your cards that you're giving away here.
Yes, lead from the front.
I like it. I want to give away some slabs. We've been overdue. Yeah. Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow. She put Joe Burrow twice. I did not put Joe Burrow twice.
Joe Burrow and Joe Burrow.
Wow, what a win! What a win by everyone. Dak Prescott, the highest paid athlete in 2024. Did you know that off the top of your head?
I did not.
I did not either. I thought it was Jordan Love, not going to lie.
Yeah, I would have guessed Jordan Love.
But there you go. Dak Prescott, $60 million to drink all those body armors in the press box this last year.
I will say so.
They got it right.
Wow.
Yippee! All right.
That is depressing. I agree, BL. I'm with you there.
What, that Dak was the highest paid? I'll be honest, all of them were depressing other than Joe Burrow. Someone said the other day that J-Lo looked like a dollar store Dak Prescott. I was like, come on. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Slab or no slab for 50 minutes.
Good morning, his wifey. How we doing?
So is this Chani and Blaine? This is the J-Lo thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give him a nice long hard look next time.
Yeah. I got that from one of our other regulars in the chat. I was like, that's crazy. Oh man,
dude, it's
there.
It's
The minute I looked at it, I was like, oh boy.
Oh boy, you're not.
Ash.
You're not
Also,
getting off
we
that.
need Ashley to have a mic because speaking on J-Lo's topic, last night Ashley was grilling J-Lo on Bowman Draft.
Yeah. I mean, I've had him hired for a month. The man couldn't tell me 2 players.
Really?
Good thing.
Really?
It was the best because Jason would look at him with a question and be like, oh yeah, what do you think about so and so? And he'd be like, oh yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. It's the initiation.
J-Lo's gonna come in ready to.
He did tell me that tomorrow, i.e. today, he's gonna have it down.
Yes, and I'm very excited.
His employment was just.
Well, it's just, you know what I mean, getting the lay of the land, you know, and finding out where the snack room was,
Yeah.
the bathrooms, you know what I mean, making sure everything else.
Sleeves or no sleeves.
Yes, yeah. Did you see? Oh my goodness. Well, I'll leave that for another time too. J-Lo came in with a Caleb Martin Miami Heat jersey that looked like he had just walked off the YMCA pick.
I'll take top.
Yeah.
No. There's 2 things to that.
Yeah.
Why do you want a Caleb Martin Miami
Well, he
Heat
said he
jersey?
just
Might
got
be the better
traded, so
question.
today was a good day. I go, what, just one more before you got to retire this thing?
Why would you own a Caleb Martin Heat jersey?
I don't know. I assumed Mike Miller was going to be next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Oh my God, what's the worst jersey you own?
I have a Johnny Juzang UCLA jersey.
That's the best jersey I've ever heard.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking
I don't
about.
own anything bad. You know what I mean? I actually I shouldn't say that. I have a Sam Darnold Jets jersey.
That's pretty bad. All right,
rough.
Chad, give it to me. Worst jersey you have also, because that's
Yeah.
got me thinking. That's a hot jersey
Well,
right
no,
there.
the Jackson Dart jersey, I ordered it in a 2XL. I guess, you know what I mean, the people that manufacture it in Asia have a different idea what 2XL is.
Yep.
So I got it.
I think my phone's a Mac Jones jersey.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
My fat stomach hangs out like a spare tire that you'd go into a lake on. So
On a 2XL?
yeah, no,
Dude.
it's not a 2XL. It's like an adult medium.
S. Cook, no way. That might be the winner. A Coy Detmer,
Yeah.
Eagles backup quarterback from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
What the hell? So I own a Tim Tebow Eagles jersey.
Yikes.
From when he was on the preseason team, number 11.
Yeah. We should have Jersey Day at the office one day.
None of these made the trip. None of these made the
No,
trip.
they
man.
didn't. They didn't fit.
I had a Boston Scott Eagles jersey.
Oh, I like Boston Scott.
Who the hell? It's
What
Boston.
about Corey Clement?
Corey,
Prior
Rock,
Rowan
never
University.
had that. Yo, Elliott with a good one. Anthony Rendon,
Oh, that's
Nationals
a brutal
jersey.
And again,
He will be coming back
yeah,
later
I
in the
was
show.
just gonna say that. And believe me, I'm gonna make sure people have their headphones turned down because I have a rant about Anthony Rendon that his family will not want to see.
Johnny, it was a birthday present.
That's a crazy one.
Because I was a Tebow kid. I was a Tebow kid growing
I
up.
had a Brett Favre jersey for the Jets.
That's an awesome jersey
Yeah.
right there. I didn't ask your best jersey.
Yes. No.
Carlos Gomez, not Carlos Gonzalez. Carlos Gomez on the Milwaukee Brewers was one of my favorite players growing up. I had a Carlos Gomez Brewers jersey.
I had a Mellow Syracuse jersey too.
All
It
right,
was
all
sick.
right. What else you got? Any others? I love. All right, that's just a good one, Johnny. Randall Cunningham.
That's an awesome one.
I love just obscure sports jerseys.
Our son's very first baseball jersey was Wander Franco.
Oh my goodness.
The only
Did
one
we hear
sold
that?
For toddlers. Like,
Hey yo!
Did we hear that, Jack? Ashley said her
Bull
toddler's
for the Magic on point. That's another one.
her toddler's first jersey he ever owned was a Wander Franco Tampa Bay Rays jersey. You can't make this up. You
Yeah.
can't make this up.
Yeah. I don't think that's not gonna be a stadium giveaway this year at
No.
George Steinbrenner Field.
I paid $90 for it too.
Yeah.
There's not- There's not enough material. Yeah.
3T.
Oh, good Lord. That was a fun little offshoot right there.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was.
not expecting that one today. But, all right. I do want to talk a lot of baseball, but you said something all year, and I kind of wanted to put the light on your face and slap you around about it a little bit.
Damn.
Why are you saying this, Connie?
Okay.
Why did you say the NFL product was bad this year?
It was
Talk
terrible.
to me.
It was
Talk to me.
terrible.
Why, though? Show your work.
It was awful.
It was great for me.
Yeah, it was great for you. That's what I'm saying. Again, there's me guys and there's we guys. All right.
I'm a me guy.
You're a me guy. Okay.
Me.
We, the other 29 NFL
31.
franchises, 31. It's too much baseball. The other 31 NFL franchises. Well, we can push the Jets and Giants off a ledge.
Fair enough. And the Browns.
Think about some of the standalone games this year. Christmas Day. Houston, who?
31-2.
31-2.
Ravens.
The Thanksgiving Day games.
Bad.
Terrible. The Monday night games outside of the 49ers and that Texans game? That was late in the season. I can't remember. No, it was just bad. It was bad in general. Like the Chiefs sneaking out 1 possession wins, knowing damn well they were not that good of a team. All in all, just poor product. Just again, I don't know. The new kickoff rule, hated it.
All right. Whoa, it's funny you bring that up. I got stats on the new kickoff rule.
Good.
Because I said someone's got to hold the NFL accountable here.
Yep.
All right? And it's not going to be the talking heads on your TV screen.
No, they won't.
It's going to be the talking heads on your iOS or Android device.
There you go.
Kickoffs this year, because I saw something that came up, and I think this might have spurned it, is that NFL was like, waving their flag, 7 kickoff touchdowns this year, woohoo!
Yep.
Most since 2021, we did such a great job with this rule. So I said, you know what? Let me see if this is actually a rule that meant anything. They had 7 this year. Okay, most since 2021. There were 4 last year. Wow, what an increase. 2022, there were 6. 2021, there were 9. In 2020, there were 7. In 2019, there were 7. In 2017, there were 7. The rule did nothing. So it's stupid.
So it was a median of what the years prior had
for the
been.
last, it was a big nothing burger, but continue.
Yes. No, again, just in general, there was just so many. I guess one of my biggest things, there were so many blowouts, right? There were some really wide margin of victory games. And then there were just, I don't know. It was just, like I said, the Eagles, more power to them. It was again, the Super Bowl to me encapsulated what the season was as a whole. It was the best representation I could say. There was a far superior team on that field that day. And again, like I said, at the end of the day, I was right. I banged the drum all season long. You're lying to yourself if you believe the Kansas City Chiefs are the best football team in the National Football League. So yeah, at the end of the day, I just, all in all, and again, maybe it's because I deal with baseball so much and I played baseball in college and whatever, that baseball season was right around the corner.
Yeah, man.
Then I had my Yankees who were in the World Series for the first time since 2009. So maybe I'm just itching to get back, and I was more so done with it.
No, I think what you're saying is fair. Yeah. I kind of hadn't seen it from your perspective, and I was just very curious because, as this is the first week we've had without any football to talk about from the last weekend.
And I haven't missed it, which is strange to me.
I haven't missed it either. But now it's different because I got I get the sweet taste all offseason.
Right.
But, as we get further from it, I kind of like to break it down, let it digest a little bit. And I just wanted to, because I heard you say it all year.
No.
The product's been bad. My one rebuttal to this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
I feel like the quarterback play is returning to the glory days. Like the Brady, Breeze, Manning.
There are a mix of elite guys, and then I don't know if it's
quarterback play around the league.
Yeah,
it was better because it's been bad for like 3 or 4 years.
I will say, like Josh Allen, I enjoyed even as a Jets fan, I enjoyed watching Josh Allen play all year. To me, like I said, the Chiefs, the circus, and again, maybe it's just my level of disdain for Kansas City, because I didn't used to be like this. I didn't be this old, you know what I mean?
You're bitter. You're hardened.
Bitter, yeah, exactly. Shell of a man. But the thing at the end of the day was
top series one will do that. To you,
it really will. It'll make a man out of you. It was the constant, the Chiefs, they're back, 3P. The NFL so badly wanted it. And again, if there's anything I take away from it, I was right when it mattered most, and that's all that matters.
There you go. If there's anything to take away from this season, it was Connie was right.
I was right. And that's all you need to remember about the 2024 NFL season.
The other thing I wanted to keep the NFL in check about, remember preseason, it was the kickoff rule. Oh, the dynamic kickoff. You had these guys on the whiteboards making Twitter videos explaining to you how it's going to work. Yep. The other thing at the same time was the hip drop tackle rule.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that get called once this year?
Maybe once.
I don't think I literally don't think I saw it once.
Jets, but yeah.
Went on Reddit, couldn't find anyone who found an example of getting called all year. If anyone in the chat can find something, like, it's just, what are we doing here? What's the point? Having said all this, Connie, can you disagree with me if I say Roger Goodell is the best commissioner in sports? Roger Goodell does not get enough credit. I'm floating it out there.
Yeah, again, the problem is when the other 3 are borderline incompetent.
Yankees just came off the board.
There
we go.
FDNY, let's go, baby. When the other 3 are borderline incompetent, which again, I don't really watch enough NHL to comment on Gary Bettman. Look at that.
Look at that.
Rob Manfred's a crook.
You say like Francesca.
Yeah,
Rob Manfred's a crook.
Okay, Rob Manfred's a cook. They asked me to be commissioner, but I said no. Too much WFN. But no, at the end of the day, I can't stand Manfred. I don't know enough about Bettman to really comment. And Adam Silver, I think if you're gonna, I'll take this a different way. If you're going to say which of the 4 major sports leagues is in the worst position, the NBA is in a bad spot.
Oh, right now. I love talking about it here, man.
Yeah,
I love talking about how
hate the NBA.
NBA is.
The NBA is not in a good position.
No. I watch Bethune-Cookman basketball before I'm watching a Utah Jazz game.
And
I'll tell you that right now.
The play of the day tonight is in East Lansing, where the 13th ranked Purdue Boilermaker travel to go see Michigan State and Sparty.
What's number 3.5?
The number's 3.5. The play of the day on Talkin Slab, which you can find each and every day, Suncoast Connie on Instagram. Brought to you by, no, I'm just kidding. Imagine like I had Men's Warehouse or something. I was just walking around.
Not even like a sports book.
No,
just
like, you're gonna like the way you look.
Brought to you by Fossil Watches.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 9 a.m. Talkin Slab.
Right.
Give an absolute bomb of a pick.
Yeah. So the pick of the day is Michigan State first half -2. Wow. That place is going to be as raucous of an environment that you're going to see in college basketball all year. All right. I cannot wait to watch that.
I will have to tail. Brought to you by Zinn.
Yes, brought to you by Zinn. Rothschild's up early. Yeah.
Oh, big dog and Tonka chomping a bit today on an off day.
Out.
You gotta love to see it here.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to those guys. What a great week of shows for them, man.
It always is. Dynamic duo. By the way, while we're on the topic, Imanaga Yamamoto. It has to be the best Japanese rookie duel of all time. There's no other options. I did a deep dive, man. There's no other possible options.
If you're telling me you already dove, I don't see why
it
not.
should be celebrated more.
Yes. I will say, like I said, Shota Imanaga did not get nearly enough conversation. This guy was, dude, lights out this first 15 starts. Again, he struggled a little bit in July, late July, August, but dude, he was unbelievable. He was pitching to a sub-2 for the majority of the first half of the season.
You know what? Fantasy baseball tip: draft Imanaga. Let the Wrigley winds blow all the balls in early in the season.
Yep.
Summertime, you trade them and then trade back for them in September or something like that. It's the Wrigley mojo.
Snip, snap.
Imanaga, fly ball pitcher. USMC Hideo Noma was a beast. That's a great shout, USMC. I mean, no, there's been awesome Japanese ball players. There's been awesome Japanese pitchers, especially. We've never had 2 rookies same year that came over and were like this good in their first year as Imanaga and Yamamoto. Next year it's Roki
I saw a video
Sasaki.
of Yamamoto talking about something on Instagram yesterday. He has nice Auburn highlights. I was thinking about getting those myself. Yes.
It's not fair, man. These guys, see Sasaki? Like, Sasaki's a good-looking fella. You know what I mean? It's not fair. Oh, yeah, he's 24 years old, comes over to America. Oh, look at me. I'm a good-looking young man who can make $1 million and win a World Series with the Dodgers. Give me a break. Sign somewhere else, coward. Makes me so mad.
Corduroy! Bob, what's going on?
What's up, Whiskey Wax? Oh, Trevor Bauer was pretty outstanding pitcher in Japan. Oh, I can't tell if that's a joke or serious, Whiskey and Wax.
Is D-Road Dad in the building? I need D-Road in the chat, please.
Oh, D-Road Dad, what's going on?
Yuki Matsui did have a...
Great shout, USMC. Yeah. That is a great shout. Yeah. Very underrated. Serious 100, that D-Road Dad.
Yes, D-Road.
You're crazy, Whiskey and Wax. You see that? There's a video of him giving up a home run to the 16-year-old from London.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Unfortunately, he is cooked, Whiskey and Wax. I think it's all agreed there. Free. I don't think so. I'm out.
You're telling me Trevor Bauer couldn't pitch in the major leagues today?
No,
that's ridiculous.
Dude,
come on.
Look at his numbers in Mexico, man.
No, dude, come on. Like I said, yeah.
You're saying no?
I'm saying yes.
He could?
I'm saying he could be a back end starter for a bad club. Absolutely.
Absolutely. When you put it like that, I'm thinking in my head Taiwan Walker or Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, come on now. I don't know. I'm not saying the guy's gonna be an ace anywhere, but come on, Frankie Montas.
Yeah.
Lat strain, 6 to 8 weeks.
Dude, Mets gonna Met. My buddy who's a Mets fan has just sent me a screenshot and said, there it is. You know, Mets fans just wait for it. They don't even get surprised when the news comes out. They said indefinitely. They say 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. So he's going to be out for the season. If I know the Mets like I know the Mets.
Trevor Bauer's like when Kenny Bauer's, La Flama Blanca. Dude, when they're riding around the car.
That show rocks. You can watch. I could watch that show, and I don't even love that show. Like, if you're gonna give me Kenny Powers or The League, I will take The League.
Okay,
The League's a better show.
Yeah,
but Kenny Powers is like Eastbound and Out. Yeah, great mindless TV. I can watch that on loop over and over again. As Cook, you know what? He actually maybe could be a reliever. I'll give you that. Here we go. Slab or no slab? First giveaway.
It's time.
Let's see it. Come on, Ashley. You got it. What do we got? Milo!
What do you say?
Second winner for Milo. The Eagles fan. Milo wants Zach Ball to be brought back on a franchise tag.
Why
Milo,
not?
let's see it now. Ashley, we got it. We got slab or no slab wheel.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going right now.
Slab or no slab wheel.
I think I got this.
Highlighted 1 through 50.
Yep, I did that.
All right, 125 and 50. 125 and 50 is what we're looking for, and it is 35.
35.
Which will be
Okay,
waiting.
hold on.
You're good. I got it pulled up here.
This is, I think I can do it.
This is a great card, by the way.
Ready?
This card rocks.
Oh,
Oh!
that's not.
No, you got it. You got it.
There we go.
35 is a Dallas Clark autograph.
Wow.
How about that,
The
Milo?
175.
Now I have to do
Big Tex.
The gloveless wonder.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Dallas Clark auto. Dude, playing Madden 07 back in the day, I always chose the Colts.
Madden 07 right now, cover athlete.
Sean Alexander.
Come on.
Let's go.
Jack me up.
There we
Madden
go.
05.
it.
Look at this. Look at this. Producer extraordinaire Ashley.
Chat, name me who,
Did I do it?
Bang.
a little bit to your, yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dallas Clark auto for the free Milo. There we go. Bingo.
Yep, nice.
Nope. 06. McNabb was 06. That was
Ray,
the first.
Ray Lewis was 05.
Ray Lewis was 04. Who was 05?
No. Ray Lewis was 05. Ray
You
Lewis
sure
was
about
05.
that? Oh, Michael Vick was 04. Ray Lewis was 05. Look at
Come on.
Ashley. Switching it over to the normal Talkin Slab. That's on me. I was too confident and I will eat crow. 10:45 Eastern time. 10:45 Eastern. We will be running that back. Dude, we don't get me going down on this cover
Well
athlete.
done.
One more, Ashley. We got one more to go. All right.
Yeah, Peyton Hillis. What year was Peyton Hillis? 10?
Madden 12.
12?
Yes, Madden 12, right? Yeah, look at this.
Vince Young 08?
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on.
Come on now. All right.
I can do this all
Let's
day.
relax.
I can do this all day.
Simmer down. Simmer
Can
down
you pin
now.
back the draft?
Yeah, I would love
Come on!
In the last 24 hours, Ashley has top loaded for Kreger and produced Talkin Slab. You know,
Yes.
Lead from the front
I
there,
was gonna
Rothschild.
say
Thank you.
one of the biggest. I think a good way to view work is if my boss wouldn't do it. You know, how much of a leader are they? Ashley, she'll do anything. Jack of all trades. You were even sitting in on Slab the other day. Were you? Not Slab. The overnights yesterday.
Yeah, well, he needed some help. And
There you go.
I'm here to help.
There you go.
Remember
Lending a
that.
Yeah.
helping hand.
When they start complaining.
Yeah.
Ashley, you are a true inspiration.
Look at that.
That's a D-Row dad sign of
That's
approval.
from Rothschild's father.
That's, I know that. Coming from the kid who gave himself a black eye jumping in our track.
And that's black eye counter is up to what now? 2?
Oh, 2.
Is
Minimum?
this true?
Both of them intentional.
Yes. Both of them self-inflicted.
I smell lawsuit. Oh, class action.
Signed waivers.
Yes.
Fun fact.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
We could have made a whole video out of this.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Release of liability.
All right, Connie, I got one more NFL question for you before
All
we
right,
move on
wrap
to
up this
baseball.
NFL chatter.
All right, here we go. Is there a team you think didn't get enough flack this last season? Because I've got one, but I want to give it to you first. Give you the chance first.
Not enough flack?
Yeah, I think there's a really big one that I just skirted by.
I thought the Chargers should have been better.
Okay.
With Harbaugh.
D-Rose right also. He said Jets can always get more flack.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The Jets should have gotten more flack.
We're used to it now.
More
man.
than anybody else. I think they did. So again, like, do they deserve more? The Jets deserve every dumping on that they could possibly get from whoever. So yeah, I don't think I think a team that and I also think the Bears with Caleb Williams. I thought they should have been better too.
I got one because
They had a ton of talent.
you named the Chargers, and look, they sucked in the playoffs, but they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
They did show some good signs,
Yeah.
except for Mr. 4 interceptions over there.
Yeah.
Then you got the Bears, which, look, I think you're right, but all in all, I think most fans look at this and say, all right, you were stupid for making Eberflus the coach another year.
Sure.
The guy who replaced him was even worse. Caleb looked pretty good. We'll see how they look next year to really brain hell on them.
Cool.
The team that has not gotten enough flack to me, the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
How have
That's a
they
good
just
one.
skirted by? I have not heard a single talking head talk about them.
No.
Like during the season, off season, when the Eagles collapsed last year,
Yeah.
and maybe it was because I was working for the Fanatic and Philly Radio, we were all
Hey.
talking about it like crazy.
Drop the call number.
But I feel like even 610-632-0975.
There it is.
I felt like even watching ESPN, everyone's talking about, oh, the Eagles, Sirianni stinks. How can you collapse this big? But when the 49ers did it, they did it even worse.
Yeah.
I think there were some reindeer games with Christian McCaffrey, sending him to the old Deutschland to get some fluid drain or whatever. I think there's big trouble in San Francisco. And I will go
even
as far
with
as
Robert
saying,
Saleh come back.
come on
it's
now.
all
Solved.
Defensive guru.
I think this is just the tip of the iceberg for the 49ers, man.
Okay.
I think it's going to go from bad to worse in San Francisco.
Yes.
I really do. Like, what were they, 6-11 this last year? That's
they
bad.
were not good.
They're gonna overpay for Brock Purdy. I hate to say it, I can't.
Don't talk about my guy like that. It was not Brock Purdy's fault.
I can't. It wasn't Brock Purdy's fault?
No.
Whose fault was it?
Everybody else besides Brock Purdy's.
Which is who?
Everybody else's.
I'm telling you, Connie.
Warner, is he still on that team?
Fred Warner played
yes.
through a broken. He
Yeah.
played through a broken ankle all year. I mean,
First time I've been able to play.
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
It's Debo. Is Debo finally going to get... Nobody's ever had more permission to seek a trade and never found one than Debo Samuel.
That's true.
There's like, yeah, go out there, man.
Go seek it.
It's cold.
Not finding it.
Yep.
So we hit, Mike and I hit, or I hit rather,
Oh.
the 1-of-1 Brock Purdy rookie auto
Okay.
out of last year's
NT.
National Treasure.
Okay.
National Treasure. Time product, flawless, I don't know, one of the whatever.
Okay.
Big one.
And we hit it 2 weeks before the Super Bowl last year.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's a big ordeal. Golden called us. They were like, let's auction it.
No
Let's do
way.
the Super Bowl auction, whatever, because they're about to play. It's gonna make, it's gonna go huge. And Mike said, we are gonna hold it.
No!
Because it's gonna double, triple value after he wins the Super Bowl.
He should have won that Super Bowl.
We
No, he should not
we
have.
all saw what happened there, and
Yeah.
then so like this year he's like, oh, he's gonna come back, and then like this year happens, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
So you're still holding it?
we're still holding.
Brock Purdy's fantastic,
Yeah,
guys.
that's
Buy
right.
him up. They're gonna be, the Niners are going to be
way to
great
just throw
next
Mike
year.
under the bus, too. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. I know Mike's watching, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to zip it
Yeah.
and move on. That's an all-time bad beat right there.
You
The
should
Brock
sell Anthony
Purdy-
Rendon instead.
Yeah, all right. So let's talk baseball. You're chomping at the bit,
I
are you
am,
not?
dude. Me and Jay are going on Friday. I think Patty might try to go with us too.
All right. So let's start it there. Let's actually start it there because I just bought tickets for this weekend as well.
Nice.
Does anyone know how expensive spring training tickets
It
are?
was way more than I thought.
Yankees Rays Friday kicks off spring training. So I got a couple buddies flying into town this weekend.
Hey, there.
And they're like, it's 50-50 because I do like seeing my buddies, but also like they were gonna fly in whether I was living here or not.
Hey, okay.
And now I'm like, I don't want to go to all these spring training games. They're too expensive, you know? Rays Yankees on Friday, $100.
Yes.
$100.
We got $30 standing room only.
All right, good, because now it's $100 if you want to go to a spring training game. Do people realize the game doesn't count?
That doesn't matter. Come on.
What do you mean it doesn't
What are you
matter?
talking about, dude? It's spring training. Like, again, save me
Yeah,
the.
it is spring
I
training.
don't care
That's
if
my
the
point.
game counts or not.
I do.
Live baseball.
Guys,
there's-
just to get in, it's $100. Like, cheap as
there
seat.
is nothing better than watching. To me, there's no better live sporting event than a baseball game.
Agreed.
Then going out. Then,
I would say Eagles games of the link are actually
Eagles games of the link are awesome, and
Yeah.
not even
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
as an
yeah.
Eagles fan, I've been there.
But I think blanket statement, like I went to a Bucks game and it was great, but just blanket statement, going for a good day. You're right.
Yes.
Baseball, anywhere you go.
Just
Godzilla says hockey. I don't know, man. I'm not a hockey's man. I hear what you're saying.
I've heard hockey, I've heard, again, obviously having been to a couple innings games down here so far, regular season, the atmosphere is good. I've heard playoff hockey is a different
Yeah.
level of atmosphere. Would be cool to check out for sure.
Stanley Cup games.
Yeah.
Final Stanley Cup games.
Oh, boy.
Also,
Now I could go to any give me two. I go to a Cubs Angels game and be happy as a clam. I go to a Lightning Devils game and I'm like, all
That's
right,
what I'm saying. Like, again,
it doesn't
I can,
do it for me.
Dude,
you
I
know?
went to a Friday night White Sox Royals game 2 years ago. Brought my brother and his friends, right?
Yes.
I was like, dude,
It's awesome.
I sat 15 rows behind him and played for $40.
Yep.
And I was like,
I
dude,
did Reds Royals in
it's
2014.
like, dude,
Same thing.
because to me, it's like having played the sport, and again, this then I don't have to play right to a high level to know, but understanding the intricacies
seam
of
head.
of baseball.
I'll slide her outside. What do you think? He pops him in
Yeah,
here?
right,
He's talking to
exactly.
your buddy,
Like
you
again,
know?
like that more so to me, like further like puts me like ahead of
you're talking me into this $100
I know, yeah, exactly.
ticket on
Wanting to be
Friday.
there.
All right. All full teams that sell in the PYT. Who is this Ashley character in the chat? All full teams that sell in the PYT before slab ends equals free break.
Come on, San Francisco.
Half case draft, half hobby. Full teams that sell in this PYT before slab ends gets a free break spot fire sale, baby.
You got 34 minutes. Let's go, chat.
So Roscoe says English Premier League is also different, lads. I have gone to a championship football match, championship league, which is the AAA, if you will, for Premier.
Okay.
QPR versus Middlesbrough. It was awesome.
Yeah?
It was freaking awesome. $20 for a ticket. Got like a meat pie. It was awesome. Godzilla, this ad is brought to you by Suncoast. We need reads. I need a read.
Yeah.
Need an ad read. It's 10:25, which means this show is brought to you by our half-caser draft, half-case of hobby. Buy your spots right here.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, does like Bowman first.
I got tickets for Saturday's Blue Jays Yankees game in Dunedin. I will be going to that one.
Very nice.
Best town in America.
Will you be
by
throwing
the
out
way.
the first pitch?
Dunedin. I wish, man. I wish. Maybe we can talk to him and get the old.
So one of again, I don't love a lot everything that Barstool Content does, but I thought one of the more interesting was Ohio State did that like ladder of like all the first pitches. He started out at like a little league game, then went to like middle school, then high school, then like college and like minor leagues. I thought that was very cool. So I actually do want to get into a first pitch. I think I could. You know what I mean? I'm a Z-list celebrity. You know what I mean?
You're a Z-list celebrity?
Yeah, like the Suncoast Sports own Connie throwing out the first pitch.
Who's right above you? Like if there's
right
list
above,
celebrities.
What's that? J-Lo, yeah. Yeah. I'd say Dog. Dog would probably be a little bit more
above you?
Yeah, recognizable than me. The amount
He's burst onto the scene.
The amount of people that like on a daily basis are like, do you hang out with Dog? I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
you
at work?
serious?
Yeah, like, no, I'm not serious.
I didn't believe it. You never know. You never know. You're like going golfing. They're like, Connie, let me ask you.
Yeah.
You and Dog, you guys get along off stream too?
Yeah. Take it. Yeah. Want to know?
Is that just an act?
Yeah.
That's what for those who don't know, it's like whenever I meet people like who are like work for like the Phillies, I'm like, so tell me, Zach Wheeler, see a jackass? Like I always do it every time.
Jesus.
I always do it.
I got that a lot when I worked for Stephen A. Like Stephen A. Is he really like that all the time? I'm like, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine he is. I imagine he is.
That is not a show.
Yeah, same way they say about Joe DeCamera. But all right, let's not get too off the rails. All right, Connie needs to throw first pitch for the Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
Did you see there was a picture of Alex Cora trying to do an inter-squad tournament? And it was like Alex Cora's trying to get the plate ready, but Savannah Bananas are practicing watermelon sugar at home plate. Anti-Savannah Bananas.
Representing man's Venus.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Why he wouldn't just be representing Suncoast Sports, I think, is the bigger question there, Bob.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to complain there. If you know, you know. I don't think everyone knows, so I'm just going to keep it at that. Let's do it, baby. Let's talk baseball. 30 teams. Something Yogi Berra. I don't know.
Yeah.
30 teams, 30 shows at 10:30. I'm chomping on the bit. We're 1 minute early on this.
Yeah, let's go.
We're going in reverse order, and I won't lie to you. The last two teams I highlighted were boring as hell, man.
Cool.
White Sox were fun because they were so bad, and
Yep.
they actually have, I like their farm system. The last two were the Marlins, the Rockies, which are even worse. Today, we get a weird situation. The Los Angeles Angels. Their record last season, 63-99. That's got to be a big, yes, we avoided 100 losses.
Oh, my God.
Star player, no doubt about this one. It's Michael Trout.
Yes.
And let's start with talking about Mike Trout because a report actually came out yesterday. Did you see this one?
Where he ranks player-wise?
No, I did not see that.
Yes.
Going to be a move for Mike Trout. Moving him to right field this season.
Are they?
Yeah, and I don't know. It's not going to be a full-time right field. I'm sure he will play some center field.
Yeah.
But the reports are Mike Trout will be playing right field a lot. Do you think this move is telling, or is it just a smart move?
Yeah, I don't really know, again, the entire reasoning behind it necessarily. So I can't really comment fully on what exactly. Maybe it's just a less ground to cover.
I was gonna say it sounds like they want to play a little more right field, a little more DH, and it's not like full time. He will play games in center field, but I think it's just limiting the amount of ground he has to cover.
Sure. What I will say on the Trout point, I don't know the exact number. I'm gonna say this, and if it's wrong, I apologize. But I know it's in this realm. It's within. Mike Trout was ranked as the 31st. Best player in baseball on one MLB Top 100 list.
Was it MLB's Top 100 list?
I think so. I saw it on Instagram.
That's going to be a whole different show, by the way, because I swear they purposely make bad lists. I think they purposely make bad lists. So
Mike Trout with 2 legs is not the 31st.
Now, do you know who was ranked ahead of him and below him by any chance? This is killing me now,
I wish I had this.
I want to know who was 30th because I'm with you. Off rip, when I hear Trout 30, he's at least top 20.
Easily top 20.
Top
if
20
you can't, you can argue top 15. They also had Acuna outside the top 10, which is disgusting to me.
What?
I would have the first 5. I think went Ohtani,
quick.
Judge, Soto.
Bob taking down the Marlins, baby.
Bob!
Let's go, Bob. You get a free spot.
Come on now, Bob. But like Lindor was ahead of Acuna. Again, the amount
Lindor is not ahead of Acuna.
The amount of people that are sleeping on Ronald Acuna Jr. come back.
All right,
the guy went 40-70 2 years ago. I mean, come on.
Real quick.
Bobby's up there too. Yep.
What do we got? Was Chon talking about Bobby Witt, or I think he was actually talking about Bobby V in the chat here, taking down.
Well, Bobby is ahead of it. But yeah, Supreme Leader Chandi. Yes.
Ohtani, Bobby Witt, Acuna. That's where my list starts. I don't know about you.
Soto.
Yeah. Ohtani, Bobby Witt, Acuna would be my top 3. Is that crazy? Am I missing someone obvious there?
Judge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Judge too. Ohtani, Judge, Bobby.
I go
Gunner.
Witt ahead of Judge. Is that crazy? We could do a whole separate show for that.
We could do a whole separate show.
I'll save that
I wouldn't, as a Yankees fan, I wouldn't be mad arguing that.
All
side.
All right. I think Witt's above Judge. But anyways, there you go.
Himmy.
What's Himmy? Yeah, no, you're right. He caught me on that one.
Yeah.
But then, Trout could be top 10 if he's healthy. But I think that's a big thing, man, is people are so tired of saying if he's healthy because it's like...
Edwin Encarnacion comeback player of the year.
Good Lord, man. I remember that walk-off home run he hit against the Orioles. Classic.
Dude, maybe the best home run celebration.
Parrot?
Walk the Parrot.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Walk the Parrot was an elite celebration.
So Trout goes to right field, which now if you're the Angels, I feel like it's less like, oh man, he's really getting old. And it's more like... You're telling me I have to watch Joe Adell and Mickey Moniak every single day now?
Yeah.
Because those are your 2 center fielders who I imagine will be platooning.
Yes.
The ultimate quadruple Ayer, Joe Adell.
Yeah.
And
talking about Mickey Moniak.
one of the most recent, busts, former 2nd overall pick, I want to say, from the Phillies. Mickey Moniak. We were calling him Mickadelphia, man. We were all getting excited about him. And then
what happened to Scotty Jetpacks?
He's also on the Angels now. So the Angels have Logan O'Hoppe, Mickey Moniak, and Scott Kingery now to round.
Just a taste of South Street.
They have Hans Krause and George Clausen now. If you want to go deep in my Phillies prospect bag for who the Angels have on their roster now, it's crazy to me. How much of Mike Trout do you think we got left, Connie?
I was shocked a couple years back when he didn't move. When he didn't be like, after Ohtani leaves, when he's like, not
when he
like,
re-signed.
Yeah, when he re-signed. I was really shocked because at this, again, 4 years.
4 years?
4 years, Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Which is a shame too because he will never win a ring with the Angels in the next 4 years, right?
No.
If he, at the end of his time, like if they're like, hey, we'll cut you loose, go do whatever, I think somebody that's in position will pick him up, right?
So, all right, so here's the deal. He's 33 right now. He'll be 34 by the end of the season. He's signed through 2030, which means he's 39 years old, I believe.
Right.
By the time his contract with the Angels is up.
That when he ends year 36, right? So that would be 2 full seasons after this one.
Yeah.
I think that's when it's like, hey, you maybe got 2 years left. Do you want to go elsewhere and try?
I don't know,
because you're telling me right now. Jason made this declaration a couple shows ago, which I thought was like, yeah, this is like shooting arrows into the sky. He's like, the Brewers are going to win the World Series in the next decade. I'm like, all right.
Anyone can win a World Series in the next decade,
right?
Come on now.
We got to go 5 years to me is like your gap.
Decade.
Yeah, right? So I called him out on that one. So, but like, I'll say like this, like the Angels next decade, I have no idea. The Angels next 5 years will not win a World Series. I can bet my bottom dollar on that. So with that said, that's kind of where I envision Mike Trout's years remaining in LA is 5 max, right? After that, is that years left in baseball? I don't know. But again, really, is the desire to win there? Because if it wasn't, right, 2 years ago.
From the Angels or Trout?
From Trout.
Okay.
Right? When he decided to resign, was the desire to win really there? Or is it just, hey, this is my home, this is where I live, this is where I played my entire career? I don't know.
I know, it's tough. And the question I think will become soon, is it up to him? I'm not sure if he's got a no trade clause, to be honest with you.
Yep.
But the Angels might have to. More on that in just a second, because I did want to look at the rest of the Angels here. Their star pitcher. Did you say Kikuchi?
Yeah.
They signed him. I mean, it's like a bunch of guys. Jose Soriano, he's not bad. A bunch of good names. Johnny says, and he's right. He'll be in prime age for the Yanks to sign him.
Yes, a 38-year-old Mike Trout.
2-year, $14 million, Mr. Goldschmidt, sir.
Right.
Is taking angry Adolis Garcia 1v1. Oh, you're talking about the Dodgers, Bob? Yeah. Good Lord, Bob. But we got a long way to go for the Dodgers 30 shows in 30 days. I tell you what, it's catches in 26 shows from now. Yusei Kikuchi, their manager, Ron Washington, year 2. Ronnie's back at the helm with his nice little toothpick and tobacco.
Yes.
Video that defined their season. So for every team, we play a little video of, video that defined their season. With some of these teams, they've been memes. So, Ashley, we got it ready. We got the Anthony Rendon highlight reel from last year.
You threw that on her. I was like, I saw.
Okay.
I literally saw her. I'm like, there's no way.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. That was the bit. That was the bit.
Right.
Come on now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you, Ashley.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's it. Bob knew it. No highlights from Anthony Rendon next year. Ashley's giving me the evil eye right now. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
What?
No highlights from Anthony Rendon. He's undergoing hip surgery already.
Is he?
Yeah. He's already. He's going to be. I think he might miss the season.
I know. Can we just cut right to this point?
That's what I was going to say. Go ahead, Tony.
The worst. Listen. Look at me, Anthony Rendon. You got to give it up, man. If you don't want to be here, we don't want you here. All right? And I say that for every baseball fan that's out there. The nerve of this guy to come out last year and say, listen, baseball's a job. I don't love it. I don't love it. You don't love the game of baseball. My son, take it and go somewhere else. Get that attitude out of Major League Baseball because we're not here for it. How many people grow up watching the game, playing the game, loving the game baseball? They hear a professional athlete. Not only some guy that's like, not an everyday player, right? Not an everyday player, but an all-star. An all-star that's gotten paid thousands and thousands and millions.
Yes, sir.
Right? To come off like that. Can't stand him. Might be my most disliked athlete in sports right now. And that's a hard thing to say. But I can't stand him.
I mean, he might be the objective correct answer. You know what I mean? He's taking the whole Ben Simmons thing to a new level.
Yes.
Because Ben Simmons, at least he's like
actually,
this
Ben
weird...
Simmons is up there with him too.
Well, sure,
They're
they're
all
probably
sitting
the
at the
only
same
two.
table, yeah.
I actually think Ben Simmons is actually really just messed up in the head. Anthony Rendon's just ignorant. You know what I mean? He's just really I don't care. No other answer. D-Ro saying, yep, Rendon is not.
D-Ro, let's go. Stand with me, D-Ro.
Rodriguez. Oh, I'll answer that after we get done our Angels breakdown. That's a good question, asking about the Mets, if they do anything this year.
Now, I noticed you didn't mention Reed Detmers on that list.
No, I mean, I'm anti-Reed Detmers.
Ah, okay.
I feel like he's very polarizing because...
Rendon's the first MLB player with CTE.
That's good, Hemi. That's good. Detmers, to me, he's very polarizing. Someone who ripped Topps Chrome Black as much as I did. It was 50-50 shot. You were going to get a Luis Heel or a Reed Detmers auto back in the day in 2022.
Yeah, right.
And Reed Detmers is like, you watch him for one start, and it's like, wow, look at his stuff. Look at how good he could be. And then he watches another 9 starts. And it's like...
he gives up 7,
I'm tired waiting for Reed Detmers, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What about Ben Joyce?
Well, reading the show rundown, that's the other question. Love Ben Joyce, man.
Throw smoke.
So who closes for the Angels this year? They signed Kenley Jansen, 1 year, $10 million deal.
That was a weird deal for me.
So to me, it makes sense because their bullpen's horrible.
Right.
And I think maybe he was just the best available reliever if you want to take labels off of him.
Right.
But you traded Carlos Estevez last season. You hand the keys to Ben Joyce, 104 mile per hour, one of the most exciting players to watch.
Yeah, I don't know how Ben Joyce isn't the closer there. If Kenley Jansen becomes a setup guy or,
By committee
mid to late inning guy, yeah. Again, that team's going to lose 85 games plus again this year. They're going to stink.
Sleeper player.
Is Matt Joyce in disguise. Ben Joyce.
I like that. Sleeper player. Luis Rengifo, man. People don't realize how great of a season he had last year.
No.
All right, quietly, one of the best all-around players in the MLB before he got hurt. So before he got hurt, I believe he played around 90 games last year. He hit 300. OPS was 763. 6 home runs, 24 stolen bases, 30 RBIs, 41 runs. Counting stats aren't going to blow you away, but a guy who hits 300, steals over 24 bags in half an MLB season.
Right.
And we got power washers on site. I got scared.
Yep.
Angels middle infield, other than Luis Rengifo right now, it's Tim Anderson and Kevin Newman. Zach Netto's hurt. He's not going to make the opening day roster, I believe.
No.
Dude, if you're playing fantasy baseball, I'd be getting some Luis Rengifo.
What about our guy Simo?
Christian Moore? What about him?
Does he make his major league debut this year?
I think you'd be foolish to say no the way that the Angels just say,
it's a
get him
bad
up.
roster.
Get him up.
Get him up.
Call him up.
Nolan Shanwell.
Bob saying make Joe Adell great again. I mean,
when was Joe Adell great, Bob?
For a week with the Salt Lake City Beast. That's probably when
great
Bob.
Salt Lake City Bee knowledge.
I tell you what, Bob. I think all of us who had cards in, what was it, 2020? Was that his rookie year where they were pumping him in all the autographs.
Yeah.
And they knew Joe Adell was not going anywhere. There's a lot of people who could make a pretty penny. If Joe Adell, him and Lou Bob. Look, I'll take Lou Bob over thumbs up guy. Over Joe Adell any other day. So here's the question though.
Okay.
What do you expect for the Angels this season? Like, what can you actually expect with the Angels?
Again, to me, the Angels. Every year, I love West Coast baseball, right? I love the 10 o'clock game. I love being able to flick it on, right? And you get Angels Rangers, right? And you're like, how's this game 11-9 the fourth inning? You know what I mean? That's what I expect out of the Angels every year. They put up runs. They got guys that, again, they're exciting to watch, I will say, for a lot of times. Yeah, they seem like they can always score. But again, the back half of the bullpen, again, talk about an over spot. I love betting, late night baseball because you always get to chase. Right? Give me an over spot in the Angels every time I see them on the board.
So, I mean, listen, they did make some sneaky moves this season. They traded for Jorge Soler the day after the World Series.
Did the G League win?
Did the G League win?
Yeah.
They won their first game, by the way, Bob. They did not win at all, by the way, because I threw a plus 600. Anyways, who else we have? They signed Travis d'Arnaud. I mean, it's just like they're making like these weird moves that don't really make sense.
Right.
But also like they're kind of trying. I don't know why. Are they trying to be like, hey, Mike, just stick around. We're going to try to get some guys for you. We're not totally tanking.
Travis d'Arnaud and Kenley Jansen does not move the needle for Mike Trout.
Jorge Soler? Jorge
Soler.
I don't know, man. Angels over-under for wins is at 71.5. What are you going with that?
Oh, my God.
I'm going under.
71.5. So that means they lose, 89 games? Is that right? 187?
70 and 92.
70 and 92.
So 72 and 90 would be the number.
72 and 90. Okay.
It's a good number. I'm going under.
Yeah, they lose more. They lose more than 90 games. Yeah.
Friedline, and okay, so when I look at the Angels lineup, Friedline, that's a perfect example of this whole team. Taylor Ward is really good sometimes. D-Row, 74 and 88. There we go. We're all on the same page, but that's the difference between an over and an under. I'm going under, but I'm not going to call you crazy. I'm not going to bet it. I'm not putting real money on it.
Yep.
But just, looking at it, I would go under on that. I do think if we play this season, if we play this MLB season 100 times, right?
Okay.
I think the Angels could make the playoffs in 3 of them, maybe. Because Friedline's comment right here, Taylor Ward is really good sometimes. You look at this whole Angels team.
Thank you.
What do we got here? Rothschild? Oh yeah. So D-Row Dad likes the over.
That's what the over-under is set at, D-Row Dad.
71.5?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah. So he likes the over. Thank you, Rothschild. Oh, my God. Continue.
Angels lineup. You have a bunch of guys who could be really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Ward.
They just, yeah.
Louis Rengifo hitting 300 last year, then he gets hurt. Mike Trout, look, he's the best player in baseball at certain points.
Yeah.
He also can't stay on the field.
Yeah.
Jorge Soler, one of the best power-hitting players in baseball at some points, can strike out and can't even field his position up.
Right, exactly.
Nolan Shanwell, jury's still out. Gets on base. I don't think he's going to be a world changer. Logan O'Hoppe, 25 years old, goes through stretches where he's crazy. And I actually think it's a good platoon at catcher between him and d'Arnaud. Yoan Moncada, by the way. Hello.
Yoan Moncada.
Talk about a guy where they're like, you know what? He was a top prospect at one point. Who knows?
When I was in my last year of college in 20, that thing is fired up.
Yeah.
When I was in my last year of college, I took a course, online journalism too. The professor was a writer for the White Sox beat, and he told me basically Yoan Moncada was going to be the next Albert Pujols.
Everyone was saying that.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying that.
Yeah. Mr. Leroy, you're wrong, by the way.
There you go, Mr. Leroy,
Yep.
friend of the show. Mm-hmm. Joe Adell, same thing, quadruple layer. And then you have freaking Tim Anderson right now listed as their starting shortstop, which is hilarious to me. Benches Kevin Newman, Mickey Moniak, J.D. Davis.
Yeah.
And you should have Zach Neto coming. We talked about the rotation already. They have Kyle Hendricks now in the rotation this year. Tyler Anderson, Jose Soriano, Kikuchi.
Okay.
There is a world in which all of these guys have their best season of their career.
Right.
And they're not a bad team. That's just not the world. Look at this! Slammer, no slam giveaway is live! Our last of the the show, excuse me. And Albert Bell was actually pretty good. Wasn't he the guy who corked his bat? And is him and Sammy Sosa?
Albert Bell was the one guy that got hit when he was playing with the Orioles and didn't want to take first base.
That's
and
right.
He wanted to swing.
Don't want to run into that guy in a dark alley.
No.
I think this is the year. Is this the year Mike Trout gets traded, Connie? Why not? Because don't you think they should learn from the Shohei Ohtani mistake? Where you look back in history, they obviously should have traded Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, they should have, yeah.
Why? What is the point? What is the point of holding on to Mike Trout?
I don't know. Again, I'm sure Mike Trout has a no trade clause. I don't even have to look that up. Yeah. I'm sure he does.
Probably does.
Does he want to stay there? Right? He re-signed right when he could have left. And does he want to go anywhere else? That's my biggest thing. Again, does he want to win? That's the question. Does Mike Trout really care about winning?
D-Row, and that's my thing. I was thinking about it this morning while I was putting together this Angels breakdown. I said, Mike Trout's a Philly. And I don't know how confident I am because I've said that for 5 years straight. It makes sense.
Yeah.
The question is, Mike Trout loves going to Eagles games.
Yes, he does.
When he becomes a Philadelphia Philly,
could he handle?
He can't go to Eagles games anymore.
Why?
They're gonna be bashing him. This guy doesn't win the World Series. He can't go to an Eagles game anymore.
Out of here.
What do you mean?
Get the hell. Do they bash Bryce Harper when he goes to Eagles games?
No, because he chose us. He's the golden guy.
Oh, stop it. Come on.
He's the golden guy.
Bash Bryson Stott?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're gonna start.
No
they're gonna start.
chance.
I tell you what.
No chance.
Trout in the bandbox. Oh, whoa, D-Row. Calling Citizens Bank Park a bandbox. Give me a break. It's a hitter's park. I wouldn't call it a bandbox. I don't think so at all. Bell's the guy who sent his team right through the ceiling to get his bat back from the umpires.
Yes.
That's the story.
Yeah.
They were going to x-ray Albert Bell's bat.
Yeah.
And they held it in the room, so they had to go through the ceiling to try to retrieve it. That's why Albert Bell's story is so... remember when Paplin tried to run?
34 home runs. D-Row definitely feel extra confidence. Smart.
You know what? And I'm here for it. Why not? Look, I would sign up for it. I could see it happening. Aiden Miller for Mike Trout. Just get it done. Get it over with. Something like that.
Aiden Miller for Mike Trout?
It would something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Who says no? Who says no to that?
More than just Aiden Miller.
And Ross Trout said, Dad, you couldn't hit 34 of anything except naps in a month.
Naps in a month. Damn.
That's good. Shots fired. We're feeling feisty this morning.
Literally.
Do you think there's any chance Trout gets traded, though? Long story short.
Yeah, I do. I think you could say that every year now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's getting old.
He's healthy.
It's getting old.
Yeah, getting now or never, really.
I want to see that guy win. Sue me. Yeah, I just want to see that guy win. That's probably one of the harder parts about baseball is when you're such a good player and you're just stuck.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr., comes to mind. Really, he's the only one that comes to mind. Number one, like Ichiro. Ichiro never won a ring,
No.
Both great marriages.
But he went elsewhere, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Got a little other hot stove going on. I actually saw one of the sneakiest, best moves of the entire offseason over the past week. Totally under the radar.
Right.
John Means.
Yes.
Signed with the Guardians
Cleveland
for $1 million.
I didn't think it was one. I thought it was 1 year, $10 million.
Really?
No.
Maybe the graphic was wrong.
No, maybe. No, you might be right.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Either way, what were other 29 teams doing? You're telling me you wouldn't want to take a flyer on John Means? Look, he's been banged up, but when he's healthy, he's great.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
Give me John Means over Taiwan Walker at least.
You can't stand Taiwan Walker.
What's that?
I said you can't stand Taiwan Walker.
I cannot. He's horrible. I had to watch that guy too much last year. I don't know. I thought that was a very sneaky move. And yesterday, this is a big nothing burger in my opinion, but just, in case you missed it.
Taiwan Jaunty.
Geraldo Pitaromo signed to the Diamondbacks, 4-year, $45 million extension.
Yes.
Classic Diamondbacks move. There's nothing to it.
No,
it was boring.
again, that team, again, I think the NL West is going to be a lot tighter of a race than people believe.
Oh, hogwash.
No, I do.
Come on, man.
Come on, I
Why?
do. The Padres are good.
Sure,
The
yes, I agree
Diamondbacks
with that.
are good. The Burns signing in Arizona was a big deal. I tell you what, that Diamondbacks team is sneaky.
Dude, Diamondbacks team is sneaky, yes. Padres make the playoffs. I think the Diamondbacks will make the playoffs, but the Dodgers are going to run away with that division.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I will say right now.
Yes, they are.
What's today?
18th.
Today's February 18th.
Year of our Lord.
The gap in the Padres and Diamondbacks finishing second and third, they will be within 12 games. Both of them of the Dodgers. That's second and third place will be within 12 games of the Dodgers.
All right.
Put it on the board.
I don't know if that's like a scorcher. You know what I mean?
That's a hot take.
12 games.
It's February 18th.
That's not that, that's not. Anyways, what's going on, Sam? What do we got? About 10 minutes before the slab or no slab goes off. 1 year, by the way, 1 year with a club option, $1 million for John
crazy.
Means. It can be worth up to $7.5 million with escalating factors and means recovering from Tommy John's, and he's expected to be out until August. So
oh my God! Wow.
Brilliant move by the Guardians. I stand by it though.
Yeah, until August.
Yeah, because that's when you win or lose the season. You know, you kind of slow roll it, and then
Right, that's fair. Also, 10 minutes left on any free break spot if you take down a team in the break pin down below the half case of Draft Hobby Jumbo chat.
Love it.
Let's get it going.
You see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays came out this morning, I believe. No deal. Howie Mandel spoke. No, Jeff Passan spoke. And he said, no deal with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays. The quote was, Vladdy J has said he still wants to play as a Blue Jay for the rest of his career, but they just have to compete with 29 other teams now.
Zero chance.
Yeah, no, I don't see it happening. Early favorites. This was from, oh man, I forget who this was. I think it was Heyman. It was one of those guys who was like, reputable, but you always see his tweets and you're like, you're always wrong.
Yeah. Bob Nightingale.
It wasn't Nightingale. I know it wasn't Nightingale, but I think it was Heyman, which is the other one where it's like
D-Row, you just signed Polar Bear. You stop it, D-Row.
So, all right, in this
You're
order.
getting greedy.
In this order, he said the favorites now for Vladdy J. Red Sox 1, Mets 2, Yankees 3. Connie, where's Vladdy J going?
He's going to the Yankees.
Yeah.
He's going to the Yankees.
He's going to the Yankees.
He's going to be a Yankee.
It is so obvious, too, I think.
Yeah.
There is no more. And you know what? I think we got it. Heyman really knows. And D-Row's right. D-Row is right. I probably had to give the caveat there.
John Heyman refuses now to go back on WFAN.
Arson Judge? Yeah, I know. We'll have to play that one of these days.
Yeah.
Who,
Him and Keith McPherson.
Dude, Keith McPherson's really good.
Yeah.
Underrated. Whatever.
In and out.
Never mind. D-Row, this one, not a total argument. Could be the Yankees. Okay. And to him, he says Yankees times Vladdy loading. I think there's nothing more telling than the Goldschmidt contract. It's the perfect. It's like a Teddy Bridgewater where it's like, let's get this guy, give him a small deal. He'll be a middle of the pack guy.
Yeah.
No risk, no reward here. Coming with Goldschmidt.
Zero.
Bang. You go for Vladdy next season.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
Now,
dare I say too.
I'll back you up real quick to the Ohtani Trout debate, right?
Yeah.
With not moving him before he was free agent. Do the Blue Jays do that? The Blue Jays, I was talking with our friend Kaz, right? Who loves to shoot his mouth, and then when he's told to pony up, he runs and hides. So
Pride of Niagara?
yes, indeed. So he says in the chat the other night,
Yes, D-Row,
the
yes.
Blue Jays are going to finish ahead of the Tampa Bay Rays in the AL East. I said, I'll take that bet any day of the week. I said, I'll take the Rays.
That's a great proposition.
I said, put a Benjamin on it, and he said, no dice.
Would you put anything on it?
Now he wants odds. And I'm like, no.
If you want odds, go to FanDuel.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be doing this.
Connie's House of Sport does not take odds.
That's ridiculous. All full teams purchased in the PYT get a spot in the free break from now until this show goes off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, OSU Beavs, whoa. Do we have an official wager happening right now?
Oh,
Beavs is looking to go for it.
You're going to take the Blue Jays? I'll take the Rays?
I want to go Blue Jays too.
Dude, the Rays are going to be good.
Who's pitching for him?
The Rays are going to be good.
Who's pitching for him? Shane McClanahan still there?
Shane McClanahan is coming back.
That's the only guy I can think of.
Taj Bradley.
Crazy eyeballs. Fairbanks.
Yeah, Pete Fairbanks.
He got traded to the A's.
Oh, I'm thinking Taj Bradley, though.
Crazy Eyes has got Taj Bradley, one of the hardest.
Shake on it.
Shake on it. There we go. We're all bear witness. February 18th, pull the tape in case no one ponies up.
Yep.
Beavs and Connie. A C note on which team has more. Connie has the Rays.
I have the Rays.
Beavs has the Blue Jays.
Yep. Whoever finished higher in the AL East.
Look, man. The Alec Manoah Reclamation Project is on again in 2025.
Come on.
I cannot say that with a straight face.
No, you can't.
I can't do it, man. I think the Blue Jays are actually sneaky good. That'll be a fun. The sneaky good isn't sneaky.
I think Max Scherzer is somewhere else besides Toronto by July 15th.
Yeah, sure. I agree, too.
Yeah.
But Bowden Francis is there, baby.
Okay.
Give me Bowden Francis. 81 and 81 Blue Jays are going to beat the 79 and and 83 Rays. This is hard-hitting conversation right here.
This is what you tune in for.
But Vladdy J, I think we both agree Yankees. And then one more thing on the offseason here for Hot Stove. Biggest free agent left, it's Alex Verdugo, is it not?
You do.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
He stunk. Was an
atrocious
atrocious
Yankee.
Man.
I think, and I understand your qualms with Alex Verdugo.
I could kill
He had a
Alex
month and a half stretch where he was good. He was good this year.
Yeah, baseball season a lot longer than 6 weeks there, Josh.
I know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think any team who gets Alex Verdugo it's gonna be a bargain. I think it'll be a bargain. It'll be like a prove it.
I mean, again, it'll be
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, sure.
This guy was the nucleus in a Mookie Betts trade at one point. It's crazy to see how far
just
guys
because
fall.
a player's a nucleus in a trade does not mean he is worth
I know, but it's pedigree. I think pedigree, like, we've seen this guy be a very good, highly touted prospect. I wonder if he got too excited with those short porches in New York, sold out for power a little too much. He was a great contact hitter.
Yeah.
And I knew this was going to happen. I was waiting for the chains to come up. Whatever team it is, they let him wear chains because without them, he was the Yankees organization never ceases to amaze me with their antiquated rules there, but nonetheless. Connie?
World Series champs, baby.
Got a little fun. I got a fun top 5 for you today.
Top 5?
Yep, top 5 at 10:55. 1 minute late. Check your watches here. I was driving in today, bright and early as you do, and I got to see all the kids waiting out at their bus stops today.
Right.
I guess they weren't out yesterday
Said,
for President's Day.
suckers.
Yeah. Suck it, suckers. I'm going to work for longer. Anyways, I guess so. I'm looking at the bus stop, and I'm like, oh, man, all these kids, they're buried in their iPhones.
Correct.
And I thought to myself, man, phones these days, they're ruining us. And then I actually thought, you know what? I remember going to the bus stop. I don't want to talk to anyone. This is actually a positive example of iPhones and phone culture.
Okay.
Because, we harp on phones and how they, like, ruin kids and TikTok and all that.
Yeah.
But I have today the top 5 best situations that phones get you out of.
Phones get you out of?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was like, bus stop, that's actually a good thing. I didn't want to talk to anyone on the bus stop.
Sure.
Now I get on the bus, I see my friend, you yap it up. But at the bus stop, Fremont says we would play football in the street on the summer at bus stop. Now, see, that's a good example
I did that before, too.
Nah, dude, I was tired. I sat there and I was like,
Yeah.
Number 5, now number 5 is not my best one. The rest are good. Number 5 is a boring sports game. Back in the day, you just watched whatever was on ESPN and you liked it. Who cares if it was a 30-point game with 5 minutes left? You didn't have Twitter to go on.
Right.
So that's something positive for phones.
Okay.
Al used to be trading cards on the bus. Number 4, the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, what's better than that? It's crazy that that's only number 4.
Yeah, but okay, continue.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's a situation that you get out of, right?
Right.
That doesn't get you out of that. You were just
it does.
multitasking.
It gets you out of, being lost in your own thoughts. You think I want to think?
Are you scared of your own thoughts?
No, I'm terrified of my own thoughts, Connie. I'm sitting there. Now, the reason it's not higher is back in the day, you brought up the old New York Times.
The old black and white.
The old baseball magazine, Fantasy Baseball Breakdown.
Yep.
So, that's why it's only number 4.
Okay.
But I'll take phone over, my own thoughts any day.
Sure.
Number 3, this is where it really heats up. The doctor's office or like the dentist.
Yes, waiting rooms, sure.
You're sitting there. I get anxious when I'm sitting in the office, to be honest with you. I'm like, it's going to hurt today, And I go on my phone and I read about Luis Rengifo and everything's okay.
There we go, Luis, yeah.
Number 2, and this might be the biggest one, public transportation. Now, I don't take it a lot now that I'm here, but when you're in Philly and you're taking the Broad Street line.
Yeah.
And you're taking even worse, I'll do one worse, the bus.
Yeah.
Like I've done.
You have.
You don't want to.
No, you don't want to lock eyes with anybody.
You don't want to be like, anyone going to talk to me today?
No.
With all due respect to the good people of Philadelphia and any city with public transportation.
Nope.
Thank God for phones for that. And number 1, and I think it's the best part of iPhones in general, rectum! Taking a half case break. There's another one down, baby. The number 1 thing about phones is when you are getting lost. I don't understand how anyone got anywhere back in the day. Like when you're driving, I would be lost without my phones. There was a time I worked at an internship back in Philly in North Allegheny, the wrong side of the tracks.
Not
and
a good
Cassie
place.
had to pick me up one night, and she got lost. And she called me like crying because she's like, I'm so scared.
Yeah,
I don't know where I am. And I'm like, you're calling me on your phone.
Yeah.
Why don't you have my location?
Right.
Why don't you just use it?
Yeah.
So that to me is the number 1 use of phones, situations phones get us out of, is getting lost. No one can get lost anymore.
Okay.
What did you used to do back in the day when you got lost? Go and pull the map out?
Yeah. Like when Kramer's lost on First and First. I must be at the nexus of the universe. Yeah. I will say this. Have you ever taken a fake phone call? Have you ever
I've never actually taken a fake phone call.
I've done that more times than I can count.
You've taken a fake phone call?
Yes.
For those who don't know, Connie's a big league phone caller.
Yes.
In terms of like I've never had a phone call with Connie and felt better about myself afterwards. Because what he does...
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
What it means is he doesn't say bye. Connie doesn't say bye.
Yeah. Well, here,
he's on the phone and he goes, all right, cool, boom, hangs up. I'm like... Oh man, no love you. See you later.
As Billy Bean once said, when you get the answer you want, hang up.
I always am like, is he mad at me?
Yeah.
You know, anytime I get on the phone with Connie, he's like, there's not even a goodbye. He's just,
No. Yep. When you get the answer you want, hang up. Who's going to win this down?
The Midas Touch.
The Midas Touch. Congratulations.
69. It's Connie's burner.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, let's see a Midas Touch.
Yeah, listen, again, I'm not going to sit around and powwow. Listen, I got
want a powwow.
I got other people to call and do the exact same thing to.
I want a hug for you. Like, yes,
All
I'm
right,
soft. I'm sensitive.
So a couple other things here. We're rolling.
What do we got, Midas? What do we got?
11.
Let me see, Midas Touch. Who do we got?
What do you say?
Yo,
What do you do?
baby, it's a Michael Jordan card from 1996.
No way.
Yeah, man, 1996.
Hey, yo.
Michael Jordan card for the free. Go to the Midas Touch.
Congratulations, Midas.
That is awesome.
All right, so I'll give you a couple examples there because I will say you've had better top 5 lists.
Okay.
In the car on a long road trip, the Rolodex of phone calls that I make, I talk to people that
Here you go.
nice
Congratulations,
card,
Midas Touch.
that I don't talk to for months at a time. If I have, when I used to do the Jersey to the ROC drive, which is about 5.5 hours.
Been there, my friend.
Yes. Just everybody in the contacts. Yeah, hey, how you been? What's going on? And this is my check-in. You know what I mean? It makes their day. You know what I mean? Me calling them makes their day.
So you're a Z-list celebrity.
Yes, exactly right.
You talk to them for an hour. At the end, they're like, "So you and Big Dog? Is that a bit? Is that an
Yes,
act?"
is that true? Is he really that cool in person? Big Tonka, is he really that small on TV?
Whoa!
Hey, come
now
on.
the question about Big Tonka would be: is he really that red in his face?
Yes.
Answer's no, actually.
No, it's not.
Camera adds 5 shades of red.
The other one is getting out of a conversation that you don't want to be a part of. That's right. The fake phone call thing. It'll get at events and stuff. You're talking
would
to somebody.
never.
Sorry, just give 1 second. I gotta go do whatever.
Wow. Wow. See, I would never even consider doing something like that.
All the time.
What?
That.
It's probably. I've never done that to you. I'll be honest.
Oh my.
No, I've never done that to you. But I have.
Yeah, I got Ruben online too.
Yeah,
Hold on.
exactly.
I do have like one thing that I need to ask.
Okay.
Real quick, but it's gonna run a little over. But this is a really fair question.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Owen, our oldest son, has his very first loose tooth.
Okay.
Very first. So I'm trying to figure out how I take this loose tooth out, but he is like freaking out about it.
Yeah, that
So
sucks.
what is like
We
the
gotta.
best method for the removal of the loose tooth
Oh boy.
for the kid?
We're
All
talking like old school, tie a
those-
string to the
Like,
tooth,
do I
slam the
just
door.
yank it out, or do I just,
How loose are we talking here?
For those.
I mean, he's doing that thing where he could like stick his tongue and
It, like, yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm like,
Are we hearing this, chat? We have a loose tooth. In case we can't hear Ashley, it's a loose tooth qualm. Is this the first loose tooth of your career? Of your career as well as a parent? The first loose
just yank
tooth.
that one out and, like, he will. He's
But
freaking
I think
What
it
you
took
need
me
to do
years
is you got to
yank
give
it
him
out.
something that's food wise that will essentially do the job, like an apple or something, where it's like you bite into it, you need a little force on
It
it.
gets stuck in there. I know that's why.
Yeah, it will.
He's going to bite it and it's like it's falling forward. So just yank it out. Like, that's
String tied to a door, says
Beeve
Beeves.
says good old fashioned string tied to the
No,
door.
I've never done that. Yeah. And then he just goes flying with it. The tooth doesn't come out. His head just hits the door.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's skeeving me out.
The next thing I'll say with that, so once it inevitably does come out, what is the precedent with inflation and all? What is the tooth fairy leaving?
My kid doesn't. They don't understand money. Like my kids have no concept of what a dollar.
That's
is.
not good.
Like,
No, I saw them at that Christmas party. It was like, it was, all right. Like, I was like, all right, Colin, hold it up. He's like, I'm already on to the next one. We're backed up over here.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna do the cheap little Cohen really likes Legos, so we're gonna do a little end cap, little $5 bag of Legos.
All right, I was gonna say $5 now would seem like.
$5.
I think I got
Pat
two.
on the back, says Mike.
I think I got two. How much did you get growing up? I got two or three.
My
bucks.
big one was $5, and I think my dad gave it to me instead of my mom that time, and my mom was not happy that the new threshold was a Lincoln.
Change. We got change.
You got change?
Quarters,
No, I was always like $1 or $2.
You know?
I was
Yeah.
I was one of 3 as well.
No,
You see my spending habits, and I got $2 or $3
Yeah.
under the pillow.
Yeah.
You got a nickel, and you liked it. Philly Kid says string on a Nerf dart's not bad.
That is.
I think
String on
this.
what?
Blaine,
Put it on a Nerf gun.
Blaine, are you kidding me? Blaine, I think your kids are running some sort of operation over here.
$20.
Blaine says he has to do $20.
I'll pull a tooth out on stream today for $20.
Blaine, how old are your kids? Because eventually they're gonna go to school and they're gonna be talking
A
about the
Nerf
tooth
gun is
fairy.
not a bad idea. Who said that? Philly Kids card? I actually like that.
any lady that flies around, takes kids' teeth, and leaves money for them is a crazy operation. It's totally sane operation. It's Lloyd Braun. That's a totally sane operation to me.
How you doing, Lloyd?
My take would be, but I'm the soft, sensitive guy here. The first one, you let him run the course on the tooth. You just let him wiggle it out. After the first one, you just start going in there, start yanking it.
Yeah, because if it's not...
You can't scar him on the first one, because then if the first one goes bad...
That's what I'm saying. If it's not 100% like ready to jump, and this kid's like, you're going to ruin this kid for the dentist. And
anytime he has a loose tooth now, it's going to be like, I have a loose tooth, you know?
We're already, and he won't stop, like, he just keeps messing with it. He's like, every 5 seconds.
Yeah, so eventually I would just say, I'm kind of with Josh on this one. Let him do it on his own, because again...
You think he swallows it?
I was going to say, my sister swallowed her first teeth.
That kid would swallow it. Yeah. Protein.
Anyone, did you swallow a tooth?
No, I've gotten in a fight and lost a tooth before, but
what?
Yeah.
Loose tooth or like this is...
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is like, yeah.
Are we stalling for other stuff or are we sending it over? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's football, right?
Yeah. Oh boy, we got a crazy operations, big things in the works for the baseball studio here. But without further ado, I believe we are going to send it on over. We got Rectum. Hey, speak now or forever hold your peace, because Rectum, what a great name to say. Who else was it? Bobby V. And then I think we had one other who bought a spot during Talkin Slab. You are entered into a free break. I'm going to give you a good 20 more seconds here on the clock. If you were going to buy a spot in the half case of draft, half case of a hobby jumbo, hop on in now because you will get a spot in the free break if you do it now. But speak now or forever hold your peace, because we're about to send it over. Appreciate everyone joining us as always. We are navigating the football-less atmosphere over here with Talkin Slab. We will have more videos to play tomorrow, by the way. I got some funny videos up my sleeve here. And Kevin Durant sounding off on Twitter about NBA fans. That never gets old. But nonetheless, Ashley, do you know how to send it over? I don't know how to send it over. I'll tell you that much.
Sure. We'll do our best.
All right, we will do our best. Thank you guys for joining us. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. But for now, we're going to get to ripping right here at Chunko Sports. Have a fantastic Tuesday, everyone. See ya.